Let's recap quickly how we know that we need to use one-point perspective to troubleshoot something. The difference between one-point perspective and two-point perspective is the number of vanishing points. And the vanishing points are where the converging lines of our construction meet our imaginary horizon line. So here we've got a horizon line. Imagine we've got one vanishing point. For converging lines to meet that vanishing point, the front of the building or the box or the table or whatever it is needs to be horizontal as well. It needs to be parallel to the horizon line. So that's how we know this is one point perspective, because then the lines on each side can converge to the single vanishing point. And when we come along and erase that bit there, we know that we've got whatever it is. We can make this now into a building, say, with windows along the front. So this could be an office block with some windows. And then this is the roof. Or it could be a table if we decided to make it into a table, whatever it is. But the important thing is that these lines are horizontal. So they're parallel to the horizon line. Now, it's easy enough when we're looking at something face on from the front like this, and the vanishing point is pretty much in the middle of the horizon line. But what happens if we are seeing part of the side of, say, the building? So I'm going to draw again underneath. Here we've got a horizon line. And let's say we put the vanishing point across to one side. So let's put the vanishing point there. We've still got a single vanishing point. And all the vanishing point tells us is this is at the point that the viewer is in line with. So we're saying the viewer is not in the center of the horizon line. As a viewer, I'm looking at this building from the right-hand portion of it. So let's put in our lines again. Remember, the bottom of the building, the top of the building all have to be parallel to the horizon line. So here we have it. And then we know that the converging parts of the building have to converge to that single point perspective. So let's do this, joining top and bottom of that vertical line to the perspective there. And then we have to fill in the back of the building here. We need a vertical line that fits in between these lines somehow. And then it's easy enough to say where the back of the building is. We start from this corner here, and we just need a horizontal line which is parallel to the horizon until it fits into those lines. And there you've got your building. So once again, we can fit in windows or whatever joining to the vanishing point on this side. So there we go. It's a really extreme angle because of where I put the vanishing point, so we can hardly see that window. But the ones on the front are going to be the same as ever, because these lines are going to be horizontal. So, well, I'm doing funny things with my Procreate straight lines, but never mind. So that is what the building would look like. And then we can go in and, again, erase this where it joins to the horizon line so that we can just see our boxy kind of building. And this would be the roof. So we can see part of the side, and depending on, just generally what you would see is that this line, this line, this line are all parallel to the horizon line. And that is what makes it one point perspective. So now what happens if we've got eye level one point perspective? So let's put our horizon line here, change color just to keep us different. So here we've got a horizon line. Oops. That'll do. And again, let's imagine that our vanishing point is somewhere there in the middle. If we have our building like this, we're just going to see it from the front like this. It's going to be a flat fronted building with windows. we're not even going to know that there's a horizon line behind there. We're not going to see any perspective. We're just going to see the front of the building. And it'll have windows, something like this. And that's the front of the building because we're just in front of it. We can't see the sides. If we put it over to one side again, let's go purple because we can. So here we go, horizon line, and we're going to make it eye level. Let's say I'm looking at it from about here. Okay, this, and this, and this. Vertical. Drawing like that and like that. That's the side of our building. We could put windows in like this, going towards the horizon. And we could have windows on the front like this. So again, you can see that we're going to see some of the side of the building like this. And because this is now at eye level perspective, it's a much less extreme angle for this part of the building than it was before. So these angles, we can actually see the side of the building that's not quite so extreme. But again, here you've got the top and bottom of the building are parallel to the horizon line. And that's how we know this is one point perspective, because it's face on.